Okay, so we are going to randomly select 3 days in October. That's our job. All right, this is in the book. It's not the exact same. I'm not going to talk about the exact same thing the book talks about, but it is in the book too. So I'm going to randomly select 3 days in October, and I want to discuss that before we actually do it. Okay, randomly selecting 3 days in October is not done by you. Not done by you. That's not random. Because if I ask you, pick 3 days in October for me, well, let's see. If your birthday's in October, you might choose your birthday. Some people, for some reason, like to choose October 31st because they like to eat candy or something like that. Okay. If I ask you to pick 3 random days, it's not going to be random. There's something that might influence your decision to pick a day. You may pick today's date if it happens to be October 3rd. Okay, so it's not really random. Random just says, like we talked about before, there's got to be a way to just choose something randomly where I'm not influencing what's being chosen, right? So it's not me. I don't make the random numbers. Okay? We don't generate the table either. Up here there's a big, long list of numbers. I don't generate that list of numbers. Because if I tried to do a random table, I would do something like try to randomly write 5, 7, 3, 1. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I did 5, 7, 3, 1, so I better not choose any of those. I'll pick a different number. That's not random because I'm being influenced while I think through the numbers I'm choosing. Random is like roll a die, flip a coin, something that there's no control over. Okay? So we're going to complete this on the next slide, but these are some good things to talk about. Randomly, there's really 2 main ways I can think of to come up with random digits. One way would be stuff like roll a die or flip a coin. Do something that selects something for me. Or a second major method would be to have a computer do it for you. Find a website or write a program that just selects a random number. Graphing calculators can do that for you. All right, use technology that will truly grab a random number for you. All right, but for us, we want to select 3 days in October. Now, the little font right here is the 6 things I had earlier. You don't need to copy that down. But it's just going to kind of be what I'm going to use in the back of my mind for how I'm going to solve the problem. We have our big list of numbers to use. We need to pick 3 days in October. How many days does October have? 31. So, step 1, I need to assign digits to outcomes. I need to come up with a way of thinking. If I see the number 1, I think October 1st. If I see the number 2, I'm going to think October 2nd. This is going to be a long list. Don't worry. ... All the way down to 31. That's going to mean October 31st for me. So what I'm doing is really step 1 in our list is I'm just assigning numbers. If I see this number, here's what it's going to tell me. Step 2, so step 1's done. Step 2, choose a line if the table has more than 1 line. This table only has 1. Step 2 is done for me. Step 3, how many digits do you need at a time? What is the largest number we're looking for? 31, which is how many digits long? 2. That means I look at the chart and I'm going to take 2 numbers at a time. All right, 2 numbers at a time. How many digits do I need at a time? I need 2. Just make a little note there, 2 digits at a time. What values will get ignored? Somebody give me a number that means nothing to us in this little experiment. 32, 39. Double 0, 0, 0, 55. Those are all meaningless in this problem. We only want numbers 1 to 31. So the values that are going to get ignored are 32 plus. How's that? Anything bigger than 32 or bigger, we ignore it. When do we stop? We stop when we get our 3 days that we're looking for. That's all there is to it. Stop once you get your 3 days. Number 6 basically just says, do the problem. That's what it says. We look up at the list, and remember, now we need 2 digits at a time because I need to be able to get to 31 2-digit numbers. The first 2-digit number that shows up in the chart is what number? 35. I see 35 in the chart. Is that a day that I'm looking for? No. I ignore it. The next day, 47. I've never heard of October 47th. All right. Ignore it. The next number, 65. Ignore it. You might have to sit here all day. Guess what? That's your job. Okay. Next number, 59. No. 72. No. 39. What is the first date I'm actually going to find? Good. That was really good. 16. 42. No. 16. Here's the first day I'm actually going to find. So the first day that's going to get chosen for my 3 random days is going to be October 16th. That's going to be the first day that's going to get chosen randomly. Move on. I hear people looking at 4 because 58's a no, 50's a no, and 04. We need to talk about that. Go back to my list. Remember how we're grabbing 2 digits at a time? Yeah, I probably should have clarified. For October 1st, it would really be written as 01 because I'm grabbing 2 digits. 01 is going to be my first. 02 is going to be my second. 07 would be my seventh. Okay, but here we've got the 4th. 04 is the 4th. So October 4th. And the next one will be the 26th. Those are my 3 random days. There was nothing influencing me. I just had this random number chart that helped me choose 3 random days, and I didn't pick my birthday.